Welcome to the Small Business Voice with Justin Duncan and Liberty Santiago on Power Talk 1360 KFIV, the show that talks to small business owners about the best ways to practice business in our current day from experienced professionals. We meet Saturday at 11 a.m. to noon. This week we have Kenny Lima, and actually Kenny brought his son with us. We're going to have him on in a couple minutes, but I'm really excited about this. Kenny owns Driveway Fitness. He's a personal trainer. I just learned he's in his 50s, which I didn't know that. Liberty, how you doing today?
Doing really good. How about you, Justin?
I'm doing well. I'm excited. I'm so excited that I forgot what day it was.
I'm really excited to hear from Miles, who is Kenny Lima's son. He's 13 years old, in 8th grade, and an entrepreneur. So we're going to hear from his story. So everybody loves a really good story, an inspiring story. That's really the way that we connect to being relatable. Seeing our vision for ourselves unfold is seeing it in those of others too. So,
well, I'm excited to hear from Miles, just for the fact that we live in a society where we just want to feel sorry for ourselves. Mm-hmm. And when you hear this story, this is going to be, I feel it's going to be inspirational. I think people are going to
empowering and encouraging.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're going to have Miles on here in a few minutes. Looking forward to having him. Liberty, thank you for joining me today.
Yes. Of course. I could see myself doing nothing else on a Saturday morning. We've been at this for a year now together. Did you know this?
Yeah. We taped our first show. It came out the first weekend of August. 2021, and we're in June now. So
we were just organizing this time last year.
Yeah, we were organizing.
Getting our intentions set and our thoughts focused on what we could do, how we could use this platform to really help businesses. And I think we got to give ourselves a high five and a pat on the back. We achieved that and so much more.
Absolutely.
So I am a personal development coach and business consultant, and Justin invited me to be a co-host on this show to help entrepreneurs along their journey to have tips and tricks and hacks, how to basically reverse engineer your mind to do the work for you, to get the results that you truly desire in your heart. And I have such a passion for doing that because the success I see in others is really my success, and helping them achieve what they really want in a shorter amount of time, just by loving them right where they're at and showing them the truth. And the truth is that God gave every single one of us so many gifts, and our gift back to God is being able to express that and use it to help others, and monetize that. So why not,
monetizing is the big one.
I know that's like number one on people's minds when they want to go to start a business. They're like, okay, I want to make this money, but really it's deeper than that. Like, why do you want to make the money? You want to make the money because there's something in your life that you're not totally connected with. Something's not in harmony. And the number one thing for me when I started my business was freedom. I didn't want somebody to dictate when I could spend time with my family, if I needed more space mentally, emotionally, or physically to do the other things in my life that I wanted to. Now I can blend everything together, and I do truly believe you can have it all.
Well, you're helping. If you work for somebody else, you're helping them get rich. You know, and that's what I don't want to do. I want to help myself. Be financially free.
Yes,
that's my goal. And the thing I love about our show is the interviews. We got Kenny coming on next segment, but we have his son here today. I think he'd be a good special guest for your mastermind on Sunday night.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, I think we're already preparing him for other things. We're here with Miles Lima. He is a 13-year-old boy. He is an entrepreneur. He is working his own business, which he's going to talk about. But the one thing we haven't told you about Miles is blind. I heard this story from Kenny, and I'm thinking, man, I got to have this kid on my show because this, we live in a state where we like to feel sorry for ourselves. Mm-hmm. He's gone through challenges. Miles, I know you had cancer in both your eyes, correct?
That's correct.
Yeah, and but staying focused on what you really want. you started this business for yourself. I know Liberty is just chomping at the bit to ask you some questions. So Miles, thank you for coming on. I'm going to give the floor to Liberty because she's the brains behind this show, as you can tell. And I see you taking shots at your dad. Once you get to know me, you'll start taking shots at me too. So.
Yeah, Miles is a really witty person, really vibrant spirit. I can see that about you.
It's not a man.
And, as a mindset trainer, I learned that we develop our intellect through our senses, and we are essentially born with, in most cases, 5 senses. And when one of those senses is shut down, I have seen stories after stories. It doesn't matter what the sense is that is lost. When a sense is lost, another genius reveals itself to the individual. And I want to know so badly, what is the genius that has revealed itself to you from the loss of sight?
So it's an interesting way to put it, but in short, I am a musician, professionally trained pianist for 8 years now, trained vocalist for 7. I'd say hearing is probably the most enhanced sense after the sight was lost, and even before I'd say the sight was lost. The hearing was always, we musicians, we have good ears, so to speak, and that's definitely, I'm no exception to that.
I love that. So can you describe for us, how is it that you make money through your gifts?
So to put simply, I am a travel agent. I am a full-service travel concierge, or a logistician, to put it laconically. I handle itineraries from... we handle the point A to point B. We handle trusted traveler programs from the Department of Homeland Security, Customs and Border Protection, and do a few other things in a similar vein. But my primary field of study is travel, logistics, strategics, and tactical planning.
I love that so much. So what got you into that? Like, where did the idea come from?
Right. Interesting story here. Interesting in that there isn't really too much of a story to this. I started working with itineraries maybe 3-ish years ago. I was doing it for my family, and they realized, hey, he's not half bad at it. So they start telling their family friends, and I start getting requests to work with others and their travel needs. And sort of, here I am today. It expanded from there. We now get paid by the case, and here I stand now.
And so, to add to that, Miles had a growth mindset. He wanted to learn everything about everything. From a young age, he memorized the capitals of every state in the United States, various capitals across the world. An interesting story, we were traveling on a flight one time that had to be diverted and stayed on a tarmac for about 30 minutes. And you know how people get antsy on those types of situations. The flight attendant found out Miles was about 5 at the time, that he knew all the capitals. So he brought him up to the front and got him on the mic and challenged the passengers to name a state. And Miles, 5 years old, he's got that cute little... voice. And people were just enamored. So he was always interested in travel, about how do I get to this place and that place. And so being blind, he had access. Thank goodness technology today allows him access to information. And he was exploring these places, and his questioning, I wonder how I get from where we live to there. And he couldn't even tell you how many miles.
Oh, wow.
He could remember the flight numbers, routes. Another great story, and this is why you would want to hire him. My sister-in-law left her laptop on the plane. Didn't realize until we got home. Miles was able to contact the pilot of the plane, finding out where the plane left from, and was able to secure her laptop.
Nice.
Wow.
That's not very usual.
No, it's not.
So
he's a resourceful detective there. That's really great. Good.
Yeah, wow. I'm impressed. So, Miles, I don't know if you know this, but I also drive truck. Would you want to go on a truck? Would you want to go on a trip with me?
Or two.
It doesn't matter.
No, not particularly. Bring me
Yeah.
out of the state, no, I'm with you.
All right. And then maybe on the way back you can drive for me.
We wouldn't want to get you arrested, would we?
Well, I'm looking to take a nap on the way back.
Yeah,
So.
I'm willing to do truck and dispatch. We can do that. I'm sure I can incorporate it in my wheelhouse somewhere.
Yeah. So
You
Miles,
probably could, yeah.
Yes.
so you have accomplished at age 13 what some adults are wanting to accomplish in their 30s, 40s, or 50s. So I'm super curious to know, what is your vision in your mind's eye for your business in the next 5 years?
Well, I intend to continue along the same vein that I am now, in that I hope to continue expanding the places that I have been able to send people to. I hope to continue gaining partnerships with the different hotels and airlines and other travel professionals that I have it now and in the last year or so that I've been doing this. I hope to meet new people in the field, and as well as maintain lasting connections with travelers, and to develop this into something that is could best be described as sustainable to maintain that all-important income.
If you could guess, what would be the amount of income that would excite you and scare you at the same time?
Interesting question. I honestly don't know how to respond to that. In that,
No judgment,
numbers
of course.
don't scare me, so to speak.
Ooh, I love it.
In that, I make a good amount of money per case.
Great.
Nice.
I'll admit that it pays well, especially considering that it's something I've only been doing for a year. But if we can, I can't complain about making more. We'll put it that way.
Right.
We can always.
If you could put your wish into the universe for what you would make per month, what would feel really pleasurable and rewarding to you?
Oh goodness, maybe at what I'm currently making, $5,000 a year would be a month. Sorry,
Of $5,000 a month.
sorry,
yes.
I misheard your question. Yes, $5,000 a month would be. I'd be happy with that.
And what would it take for you to get $5,000 a month?
More cases.
More cases.
Quantifiable. How many more cases?
Well, the way that we have the pricing structured, typically for domestic cases, and it does depend on the destination, it depends on how much time I have to put into your case, etc. But the rough estimate for most domestic cases, I charge $80 a person, plus what the airline is asking for, the hotel asking for, et cetera, et cetera. $80 a person plus the travel expense for domestic. Internationally,
I think you could charge more, so
Yeah.
hey.
right,
Yeah.
right on. Internationally, it goes anywhere between $100 and $150 a person, depending on A, the destination, and B, how much time I'm having to put into that.
This has been just so enlightening to me.
Yeah.
Your comfort level with talking about all these things is super important. You have a prosperity mindset for sure. I cannot wait to see where you're at in the next couple of years. Let's stay in touch, Miles.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that. I think we're missing a tagline for Miles because, if you want to save on your miles, contact Miles.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we need to
Yes.
work on a tagline for you.
I'm the agency is called Australis Travel. Australis, that's AUSTRALIS, Australis Travel Services at gmail.com. That's the way to contact me. Reach out. I'm more than happy to work with you for any of your travel needs.
I love
All right.
that. Connect with us on the web, smallbusinessvoicemedia.com and libertybrand.biz. Send us a message on our Facebook page. Be sure to click the like button on our Small Business Voice Media and tell us what you would like Justin and I to discuss on a future show.